And welcome back. It's the 4th of June, higher plus 5 a day. It's been a good start to the month so far. I quite enjoyed some of these questions. Let's get to the first one here. Which of these values cannot be the sine of an angle? Okay, it's worded in an unusual way, but it just relies you remembering that sine, so sine of any angle, is between 1 and -1. So really, that value is not between 1 and -1. So the answer to the question is 1.2, because that can't be. So to be clear, that's the answer to the question. Next one. Calculate an estimate for the gradient. Oh, here we go again. Calculate an estimate for the gradient of the graph when t equals 5. So t equals 5 here. I'm going to do my absolute best, and the usual disclaimer, I'm doing it on an iPad. It won't be precise. In an exam, get a ruler out, do it nice and neatly. But I have to say it's kind of fallen quite well for me. So I've got point A and I've got point B. So point A is down here and point B is up here. So my point A is 0.1. And my point B is, well, it's pretty much on the line, isn't it? Slightly before, so I'm going to say, what's the scale here? 15 is 2, isn't it? So I'm going to say 19 and a half, and I'm going up 5. So 19.5 against 5, which means my gradient, the thing it wants, is going to be 5 minus 0.1 divided by 19.5 minus 0, which is going to be, and I've got 0.2512820.513, which is way too accurate. So I think they're close enough, and even this is a bit too accurate, is 0.25. What's my units? Centimeters from here over seconds from here. So centimeters per second. Question done. Next question. Well, I can see probability at the bottom. Next question. H of x equals 2x plus 1. Find the value of a such that h of a equals h minus 1 of a. Right, so the first thing I'm going to need is h minus 1 of x, not a. So h minus 1 of x. What does h do? H multiplies by 2 and then it adds 1. So the opposite of that is to take away 1 and then divide by 2. I need to know where this with an a is equal to this with an a. And really this is just a bit of algebra, isn't it? So multiplying it by 2 first, which is going to be 4a plus 2 is equal to a minus 1. Take away a from both sides, take away 2 from both sides, and that just means that a equals minus 1. I thought that might be slightly harder, but it fell out nice and easy, didn't it? Next and final question today. Okay, what do we have? So we've got a load of coins. So three coins, right? So 3 coins are picked at random without replacement. Work out the probability that exactly 60p is chosen. Now, this is a difficult question. So first thing I need to do is I need to work out how to get 60p given the coins I've got. So there's obviously no way of getting it using a pound. Using 10p, I can't do that, can I? Because it's if I do 10p and 10p, I can't get there. So 20p, there are 3 20s. So way 1 is going to be 20, 20. I'm going to write it like this, 20. Then I've just noticed I've got a 50 and 2 5s. So the next one is going to be 50 and 5 and 5. And I think that's it, isn't it? No, I think that's it. Now the problem with this question is if I miss one, I won't lose all the marks. I'll get most of the marks, but I'll miss out a good chunk of the marks. I think that's it. So let's now go to the probabilities. The other thing of note, of course, is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 times 2. So there's 12 coins overall. Let's start with the 20, 20, 20. So there is 3, well, hold on, so let's just count them. So 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 20p's. So therefore the first coin being picked being a 20, it's 3 20s available times divided by the 12 coins. Then it's 2 over 11, 1 less 20, 1 less coin, and then it's 1 over 10. So if I multiply this out, 3 times 2 is 6. And I'm going to keep this without simplifying, and you'll see why. So 12 times 11 is 132, and then times that by 10 is 1320. So far, so good. Now this is a tricky one. So let's do the first bit. So 50, there is 150p, so that's 1 over 12. And then 5p, there are 2 5p's, so it's going to be 2 over 11 and 1 over 10. So if I multiply this out, that's going to be 2 over 1320. Now, this is where the problem comes. It's not just 50 and 5, it is also 5 and 50 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 50. However, and work this out if you don't believe me, these all have the same probability. So what I'm actually going to do is multiply this one by 3, which gives me 6 over 1320. So if I add these two up, that gives me 12 over 1320, which that will be fine. But if I put it in my calculator, that gives me 1 over 110, and that is my final answer. That is a good question. We have seen something similar to that before, and I've done ones like that in class as well. So sometimes I can't remember what I've done in class and what I've done on the YouTube, but either way, good question you need to be okay with. As ever, let me know how it went for you. Do like, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.